Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the Morning, 15 minutes. Change your life. In the middle of Usfartem Lachem, Tafshin Yud Aleph. So we're discussing, in the middle of discussing or understanding the different levels of Chesed from Nefesh L'Kis. So not just Chesed, but Chesed, as we explained yesterday. We have to understand all the details. It's just a story before we start. So I was reading recently that in the times of the Alter Rebbe, the Chassidim came to the Alter Rebbe for Tishrei, it was for Simchas Torah, and the weather was brutal. They said like the sukkah, it was freezing, it was like snowing, and it was like crazy weather. And so a lot of the Chassidim that had come, they were very, very sick. They all had like fevers, and some of them had frostbitten, and it was really bad. And one of the people that came, his name was Rabbi Weiss, and with some of his kids, and he was staying by his uncle, which was a Misnagid, Isaac. And so one of the Chassidim came to Alter Rebbe and Chassidus, and he explained to the Alter Rebbe that like a lot of the Chassidim are very sick and they're not doing well, and some of these people are deathly ill. So Alter Rebbe said they should bring them all to the base measures for akafis. Now, you can imagine a sick person, especially nowadays with COVID, a sick person coming to shul, it's a bad idea. And even more, these people were so sick and coming, it wasn't like, they had like buses to transport, they had to walk, or that people had to schlep them, literally. So Rabbi Moshe, he was very sick. He was partially deathly ill. They say he looked black and blue. And so his sons, they're simple Yidden, and the sons came. So they heard this news. So the news spread. The Alter Rebbe said everyone should come to our office. So the kids were all, and he said we get healed. So the kids were all very happy. But Rabbi Isaac, the Misnagid that they were staying by, he was like, "What do you mean? It's pasha dangerous. It says even to go to L'Regel, to go to the base of Middos, you didn't have to go if you were sick. This is pasha. It's a kind of pasha. The guy's for sure going to die. He's like, you pasha going to kill the guy. How can you do that?" And so one of the guys, he was a big chassid, and he was going around collecting people and taking people to come to shul. So he was at the house, and he has this Mishnagid arguing with him, and he sees these kids with this pure moon, and they're like, "No, let's take him. Like literally, they have to like carry his bench. He probably could lift himself up." And so then they managed to take him, and Alter Rebbe, he made Kiddush, and he had 3 people to come with him, Lachem Levi Yisrael, and he took from his Kiddush wine, and he added, and he poured it into all these bottles, and everyone drank a little bit, and everyone got better. And the Pasha America story. So the point of the story is that in the end, this chassid, I can't remember his name now, he was blown away by the emunah that these kids, these kids had about their father, that he'd get better just because of coming to our office, even though he was like, the way, like there was a doctor that was there, and he said after this whole incident, he said it was pashat for these older people. It was literally tches mesim. He said they were dying. Like he saw them, and he said medically they had no chance of survival. And so this chassid said he sort of berated himself over the fact that he didn't have enough bitachon, that he wasn't as believing as they were, as these kids were. And he said, my next chance to go to the Alter Rebbe, I'm going to go ask him, how do I work on this? The point of the story it connects to us. It's an interesting story in itself, but the way it connects to us is that learning this subject and understanding these spheres, and really within, not spheres, but the Middos as they connect with us, it's the purpose of it is to recognize it within us, and then see how we can work on it. See if it needs to be worked on. Yeah, without preface, let's start. So we're in the middle of explaining the different middos of Chesed in Nefesh L'Kis. We said the Chesed Nefesh L'Kis is because the main attribute is love. The emotion is love for the Eibishter. I love Hashem, and be that I love Hashem. So my Chesed is because I love Hashem. So I love the people that love Hashem. The Gevurah Shebechesed is because I love Hashem, so I have Gevurah, I have severity, I hate anything good that's against that. Tiferes Shebechesed, because I love Hashem, so I have Tiferes, it's beauty, I get enjoy and the Geshmak when I see someone learning and someone enjoying Torah mitzvahs with the obviously Yisrael and Yerushalayim. That's what we had finished. Tiferes, that was Tiferes. Netzach let's go to Netzach. Besides these three chesed with Tiferes, kalulim b'chesed im anfei middos, chesed with the so to speak wings. So you have nihi, which is netzach hoid yisaid. So netzach shebechesed hainu. This is in the middle of Daled. Netzach shebechesed hainu shemitzad avas LaHashem lavaya bini lav Hashem. But that's the dominant emotion. Hine gam kasher yesh moinim u'makvim. So what's netzach is have to have victory. What are you victorious over? Anything that gets in the way of love of Hashem. And furthermore, so that, but it's interesting that netzach is the lamoid neged kol minea, but it's more that's within us. Anything that gets in the way from with us, our bodily desires that gets in the way, so we overcome that. Whereas your side is when you have thing against you, but it's from the outside, not from within you. It's from the outside. That's your side, and you overcome that. So it's like people making fun of you, let's say, or like the world around you, they're like, it's not a keli for this, having to, there's a story that a friend of mine, I think it was my friend or his father in England, so they have like those payphone booths, there's red ones. So he was there, they were on a train station and they're waiting for a train and basically got delayed and it's coming time for Mincha. And Mincha, like the Shkia was coming, and they had to daven. And so my friend, he's was like a Bav Chassid, so he realized it's getting late. So he just got up and he started davening Mincha. But the other guy, he wasn't so comfortable with davening public and making a show. So he went into a payphone, one of those old like those red booths, and he started to put his phone by his ear and he davened, so no one even noticed. He comes out and everyone is staring at him. The whole train station, and he he was trying to get everyone to not notice him, and everyone noticed him. So he comes to the Lubavitch and he said, I don't understand. Why is everyone staring at me? I tried to hide myself, and I'm getting stared at. You didn't hide yourself, and no one really staring at you. So he goes, yeah, because there's a sign on top of the booth that says out of order. So when you're trying to fight from the outside, you overcome yourself. You overcome what's from the outside, Okay, question. Why is okay? We'll discuss it after. I want to answer the questions. I want to go through this a little bit, and I'll do it after the recording. Okay, that you overcome, you fight against these things. V'inyan yisaid shebechesed hainu shegam kasher me'ed hatam ein lo mishich latem. It's just yisaid, which is sort of connection, that when you don't have any draw, any desire, you're not in the mood, so to speak, to Torah mitzvahs. In mitzad avas lavaya, being you love Hashem, this is chesed, yisaid shebechesed. So what happens? Hu miskasher lazem b'chol tenuas nafsha. You connect to it with all of your faculties. Add until you arouse within yourself a desire for Torah mitzvahs. And furthermore, to the extent that your whole thought, speech, and action is only for Torah mitzvahs. And when you're expressing, when you're pushing yourself to get to that level, that's the yisaid. And so when you actually express it, that's malchus. Meaning, and that's what it is, that's malchus. So we can run through it quickly. You have Chesed b'chesed is when you love Hashem, so you love people that love Hashem when they're doing Torah mitzvahs, and also you do make Torah mitzvahs quickly. Kavosha b'chesed is because you love Hashem, so you hate anything that's against that, and people going against that, you hate it. Tiferes is the beauty, because you love Hashem, so you love the beauty of it. When we see someone doing Torah mitzvahs with the geshmak, it's beautiful for you, and you get this nice beauty. Netzach is because you love Hashem, so you overcome obstacles from within you. And you heard when you put your love Hashem, you overcome the obstacles from outside of you. And your side is we don't have a connection to it, a desire for it. You connect yourself to it and you do it because you love Hashem. And Malchus, we love Hashem, so you express it in Torah mitzvahs. Machshav de'maisa. Hashem shemid is a chesed, kol middos. Just like chesed is included with all of them. So to keinu gam b'chol middos. Shekol midah, kol mikol middos. Every midah is the same thing. They all have a thing. And that's what I was talking about yesterday. That the Rebbe is saying, I gave you the blueprint, and from here you can work out the rest. What's the time? 2 minutes. We'll start the next one. Now we're going to go from the Nefesh Bahamas. And this is very interesting. And remember, just remember, the Nefesh Bahamas is not our enemy. It's part of us. It's this voice inside of us that makes most of the decisions, most of the day. And we're meant to learn our Nefesh Bahamas in order we can learn to deal with it and to figure out how to transform it. And to transform it into using it out for the right reason. Like we said before, that when you use Nefesh Bahamas, you'll run and you'll have a geshmak in Torah mitzvahs. We don't have the Nefesh Bahamas involved, and it's burdensome and it's hard. Halfway through the Perek Daled. It's just like the Nefesh Elokis has all these 7 and 7 within 7. Nefesh Bahamas has this. This one opposite to that one Hashem made. Just like the Nefesh Elokis has all these 7 faculties and Seichel Middos, so Nefesh Bahamas also does. So he's going to explain it like Chesed. Inyan chesed shebechesed. What's chesed shebechesed? Hainu. She'avas l'dvarim gashmiyim. What's the love? The love is for gashmius. So you love 7-layer cake. You love watching movies. You love whatever it is. Going out to eat. And you express this revealed desire for gashmius. That's the chesed shebechesed. Chesed, because you love gashmius, so you express that love for gashmius. That's chesed shebechesed. What's gevur shebechesed? Gevur shebechesed hainu shmitzad avas l'dvarim b'gashmiyim. Because you love gashmius. Remember, it's the main to know is chesed. It's chesed of the Nefesh Bahamas. So because of your love for gashmius, then you hate the gevur. You hate anyone that's against you on this. And he explains. When you say to the person, how is this befitting of you? You're acting like an animal. You're doing things not the way you should be. It's below your dignity to do such things. So what does he say? So you have gevura. So I hate you. Leave me alone. I'm enjoying my gashmius. Don't take me away. So when someone says you're not doing the right things, it's not healthy for you, is taking you away from living a good life and being healthy and connected to Hashem. You say, leave me alone. I'm enjoying it. I like it. What are you telling me? Stop bothering me. And what's Tiferes? That's Tiferes shebechesed hainu she'nois of alam shachasa l'inyanim gashmim. Because, like we said, not just that you have this desire for gashmius, but which is the chesed, but this is the Tiferes shebechesed. So hine hu gam mispar mislahev bar mitz. Sich und kacht sich. So you kachen, you get totally involved within it. You're like, but it's the Pharaoh. It's like, this is beautiful. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful piece of cake. In this, and not just that he likes the things, but in himself, look at that. I get to eat good food every day. I get to eat, cheesecake for breakfast. It's so great. That's his Tiferes of chesed of the Nefesh Bahamas. What's netzach? I know. Shegam kasher me'ezeh siba. Chasra etzlo hamshal l'dvarim gashmim. It's a netzach. You have this victory. You have to fight yourself. So when you have things in the way, you overcome yourself. By the Nefesh Elokis, you overcome yourself to do Torah mitzvahs. Yeah, you overcome yourself. Even don't care. I'm not in the mood of the pizza. I'm not in the mood of eating the junk food. But it's here. 8 hours later, I'm not going to have it. So let me go eat it now. So you have nitzachin. You fight yourself to that desire. I'm not going to have cheesecake later, so let me just eat it now. But I'm full, but who cares? Let me go. Let me push myself. I have to have netzach. Even more than this, and also it's a netzach hoid. When you have from outside, things get in the way. They embarrass him. They say, "Ro, Kates Yehudi ben Avraham Yitzchak Yaakov. Look at this Jew. He's the son of Av Yitzchak Yaakov. Shakur ben Yom Behemim, and he's acting like an animal. You look at him; he's eating like a pig." Not just doing wrong, doing things that are permissible, even things that are forbidden. We're not talking about a person doesn't realize it. When a person realizes, he knows it's the wrong thing to do. He knows it's not the way he should be doing things, but he has this taiva for it. He has this chesed for it. And so then when they come and tell him, say, "Hey, what are you doing? This is totally wrong. It's the worst thing for you. You should be doing this." He says, "Shh," and he overcomes it, or he might take it. He goes to the side and he does it, but he overcomes it. He doesn't listen to them. And he battles it so it wouldn't bother him, wouldn't disturb, wouldn't confuse him, because he wants to do it. The voice, or it could be even inside of us, like a voice comes and tells us this is not the right thing to do, and we overcome ourselves, push ourselves. That would be more netzach, but yeah. That's hoid, to overcome what's from the outside. His kashus b'tayvus, and so strong his desires for this chesed that he connects. He has his kashus. And to the extent that the malchus, which is machshav divrei meisa, are in these things, not just these thoughts that I'm going to push myself, I'm going to overcome myself, I'm going to connect to it, I'm going to have a love, I'm going to have a gevurah, and all these things, but I'm also going to actually do it in machshav divrei meisa. And you go, keep on going and going. Until you come to things that are literally forbidden, that we're doing, that you're actually doing. So that's malchus shebechesed. I went a little fast, but we'll have to stop here and we'll continue tomorrow discussing this more.